talking about Fiverr, talking about scaling your business on Fiverr. I'm also gonna be um, asking your question, guys. If you have any questions, let me just do setup here. So yeah, I was actually live. I've been going live quite often these days. So, and I'm happy to continue this sort of process with reviewing your profiles, giving you some tips. And of course, if you guys have any questions as well, feel free to ask, and we'll be happy to review your profiles, to give you some feedback on your profiles, to give you as well some tips as well on the Fiverr. Today's actually been a pretty good day. Azir, thanks for joining. Let me see actually if I can. Okay, so I'm doing a bit of a different setup today, but we're gonna be reviewing your profiles, and we're gonna be talking about Fiverr, as you guys know, of course, how Fiverr is great or not so great. Sometimes it can be tricky, you know, sometimes it can be good. So let me just write it in the chat. Let me know, guys, if you are like level 1, level 2 seller. If you have not been on Fiverr, let me know that you may be on Upwork. That's, you know, maybe your place to be. If you're on Fiverr, let me know how long you've been on Fiverr as well. If you've been maybe this year, if you know, started Fiverr because of my videos. Someone said it yesterday, submit your profile for review. I'm just typing this in the chat so you guys can let's see. Is this, yeah, that should be the right link. You guys can submit your profiles. Actually, yeah, we're gonna be focusing on Fiverr mostly today. If you are struggling, let me know in the chat as well. And Saba, thanks for joining. Karim, thanks for joining again. Top rate sell on Upwork, but on Fiverr my profile was rejected. Wow, this is interesting. I'm not sure why it might happen, but it's actually good to hear that the Upwork is providing you results, because honestly, I think Upwork has a great potential. You can definitely dominate Upwork. You can definitely get maybe even better results. Like, that's why I'm always suggesting you to not just get stuck with Fiverr, to actually try and explore other platforms, because maybe Fiverr is not ideal in your case because of the services, because of the other things. So that's why you have to explore the other platforms as well, and not rely on Fiverr all the time. All right, so guys, let me do a little bit of a twist here. So just gonna try this setup. I think it might be fine. I think you guys can still see it pretty well. So just do it. Yeah, I think you should be able to see it. All right, so I'll show you once again. You guys can submit your profile. Right now we have 68 people in the queue. So that's, unfortunately, is the queue that we have since yesterday. I was able to actually catch up with a lot of people here. So you can see, guys, this is the list. This is kind of like my list, but you probably see it from the end. Or actually no, so this is the actual end, right? So we have Olivia just put up her profile for review, so we'll be happy to go over. I think a lot of things you guys will be kind of let me just do it. You guys can, it's better. So a lot of things might be similar, might be same, but I'm gonna be going over and giving you guys. So last time I also want to be showing you some things, actually, what is happening. Well, you cannot see it. Let me just unblur it for you guys to see. So so this is what has been happening with my journey. Honestly, Fiverr has been obviously great. I cannot complain. It has been a bit slower than before. I'll just show you what is happening. But today it's been a pretty good day. Actually, today we got 12 new orders. It's been a while. Usually it's been lately mostly below 10. 10 was my average, but Right now we're actually getting less than 10, which is still good. I mean, it's still, it's a lot of orders. And but I had it also, it was a day, I think it's first time, one of my first time in many many years, where there were no orders. You can see here on the on that day, August 23rd, there was no order. So there could be a decline, there could be obviously things, but yeah. All right, so we have Kumar. He's been the last. And you guys know that I always talk about, making sure you have actually the intro video, you have the profile picture. It still should be, I would say, done maybe, you can have wearing a shirt, you can have maybe in the studio, right? But you guys should definitely have, this should be, it's like your, I don't know how to say, like the photo for like a LinkedIn photo, right? So for LinkedIn, you probably will have something, of course, it needs to be professional. The same goes on Fiverr, because you're working with businesses, you have clients. You never know, right? Sometimes I got clients that are like corporations, like huge, like big businesses. So you always want to make sure you like really deliver yourself and show yourself professionally, because you never know who might be watching that. Um, the same goes here. So I will suggest to still, making sure you are actually writing more information, because you can write more information, like 4 years of practical experience. But you can maybe talk about the projects you completed, you can talk about the other things. So this is something I highly encourage you to spend your time more, to really invest into this. The same goes here. This should be your face. This should be not a title like this, but this should be something like, and also, I mean, drop shipping store, Shopify. So Shopify has a really really great niche. It has a lot of potential. And I had a call actually today with one of our members. If you guys are not sure, not have not seen, but I also run a platform for Fiverr sellers. We've been focusing on building and helping people with the CRM system, having, because we talked today. I talked with Omar. I will show you guys here. And because he has a really great profile, and you can see, for example, he's also focusing on Amazon. Let me actually open his profile here. That might be better. So you guys can see Omar, right? Again, very very nice professional picture, smiling. This is very very important to show. You have it here. A great numbers, 12,000 orders completed. Founder of My Career Guy, writing agency, 7 years of experience. So this is some of the stuff that you should be, focusing. And of course, you can see he has a different style of gig images, but you can see his face on all of them, right? This is something is important. You can see here he's like more kind of far. Here is more closed up, right? But you can see his face all the time. You can see here is a bit different setup as well. So when you have your gigs, you should definitely have something like this as well. And you can have multiple gigs. Even though that you're getting good feedback, you still should have more gigs. If you can add more gigs, why not to add more gigs? And the same, for example, I'll set up Shopify dropshipping store on any Shopify free theme. I'll set up on any Shopify free theme. So for example, this one, there is like no really difference, although you can have more revisions. So you see, you guys can have 3 revisions here. So this is like not really appealing to spend. You want to design your packages where it's like something. For example, I really like this example from Dennis. I want to show you guys the way he structured his services. So he has let me see if he still has it that way. So let's change it to US dollars so you guys can see it. And so he has it here. For example, let's go back to his profile. So he's charging $1,000, right? This is the first basic package, $1,000 consultation, not urgent. Not urgent, 6 hours of expert consultation. The next one is the standard. We have $2,000, important, urgent, right? So something like a bigger, maybe bigger issue that he can handle with. And the third one is urgent, uh, important, urgent, 6 hours of expert consultation, right? So this one is something that, let's say there is a maybe DDoS attack or something that is really really important, and that's how he structures his packages. So it's good for you to think about when you structure packages something that, the basic one can be very something basic. Maybe you can even send them the Shopify template or something. The standard one is more customized, and third one you will set up everything, like you will be actually setting up everything. So this is very important for you guys to just remember, because otherwise if you structure your packages like something like this, which is not clear, it might not be ideal as well. So yeah, let's see, Jay, we had really struggling with Fiverr, long time without order. I will suggest to try Upwork. Try to go on Upwork. Try to go on other platforms, because you don't want to be just stuck with Fiverr. You want to try to explore other platforms. You want to try to explore um, like other marketplaces, and maybe also build your profile yourself. Like try to have, you can possibly have more demand if you're pushing clients directly as well through LinkedIn, showing your work, showing your portfolio. So honestly, you should not just rely on the Fiverr itself. Okay, so we had let's see here, Kumar. So he was the one that we just completed. If you guys are gonna watch this on replay, I'm not sure how many profiles I'll go through today, but also testing this new format, which might be uh, ideal. Kumar just went through your profile, so you might want to go back again and check your profile. But yeah, just went over your profile. Uh, Talha, you might just watch it tomorrow if you don't mind, because I will anyways lose it, and I think it's just easier to just follow the order. And sometimes I see people are not putting the right username, so it makes it a bit complicated. But yeah, guys, if you are joining, if you want your profile to be reviewed, we've done a lot of profile reviews yesterday. um, I will try to do some of them today as well. Not sure if we can go over everything again, but yeah, so you have a chance to submit. I'm also doing a little bit different setup. So Kumar, if you're here, just went over your profile. You can check it out in the actual, if you actually go a little bit back, you'll be able to see it. But we have the next one. So Gaurav, sound designer. So the thing is with having picture like this, it's different. I'm not sure. It's something, again, we talked about it yesterday a lot, but I think you can have, if you have an intro video, you can possibly have. Sorry guys, just let me put it here. If you have an intro video, you can have maybe a picture like this, and then the clients can watch your intro video. That what will attract them. But it same story here. Needs to be. I think the gigs has a lot of potential, to be honest, because the music niche is big. It has a lot of potential, but again, you need to be able to. Let's see what you have here. Like it's gonna be just much better if you start it with yourself first, and then you show the examples, because people might not just be willing to watch all of this. They might be just skipping through. So I will suggest to. And again, you want to use, for example, when you have your portfolio, you want to use the kind of like the covers for your portfolio, so clients can actually look at the information without actually clicking on them. So they can see, for example, this was done for this type of niche, this was done for another type of niche. So this can definitely be um, more kind of engaging as well. And yeah, I see that you're been recently on Fiverr. which is great. But of course, it also a bit, sad, because you have to start from zero, and it takes some time. But you've been getting some initial momentum, which is good. Like last order was 1 month, previous order 1 month ago. The last one was 2 weeks ago. This one has, so definitely has a lot of potential. But make sure you guys, I see you're replying, but make sure you actually reply, because the clients, they're leaving this feedback, so you guys can definitely write more things as well, when you respond to those clients. So okay, we have graph, so this one is done. Next one we have Azim. Let's see here. Okay, so we had a question, Kareem. How is your experience on Fiverr as a buyer when you purchase any services on Fiverr? Um, so to be honest, my experience has been uh, not bad. I wouldn't say it's been amazing, but it's been not bad. When you purchase any service from Fiverr, how often you purchase services? I don't use it much, to be honest. Last time I think I used the Look was editing my vlog, so that was like some time ago. But I'm not really big on buying services. When you actually buy a service on Fiverr, don't forget there is also a 6% fee that the buyer has to pay. So when they're paying to your service, they will pay like 6 to 7% more, because the Fiverr takes the buyer fee as well. So it's a little bit tricky, but it is what it is. So sometimes we just have no choice, and well, the buyers have no choice. That's why I feel like it's very important for you to structure your agency so you don't rely always on Fiverr. Of course, it's good you can have projects on Fiverr, you can have like clients coming to you on Fiverr, but it's still, you should not rely on Fiverr 100%. All right, we have Azim. If you guys are joining now, actually I have pinned comment. You could just submit your profile for the review. I will do my best to go over and respond and give you feedback. But I'm sure you will also learn from these reviews as well. So we have Azim is next, and social media designer, posts and branding, social media management. I will actually maybe write something, just one sentence. We went over this yesterday. It might be just better. Yeah, so Oscar, great thing. So we started doing this yesterday. So it was like a 3 hour live that I did. So I think people were submitting yesterday. I was also catching up a little bit because I haven't done this in a while. So yeah, but if you're watching, I will eventually get through it, and you can watch it as well on replay. I might not save it, but I think I'll still save this one. So this one should be saved. All right, so you can see 1 gig. Honestly, it's not really enough. You should definitely have more gigs, because right now the problem is, I like the gig image. I think it's great. Social media post design, it's clear, delivered in 24 hours. I wouldn't put that because you never know. Imagine you get like 20 orders in one day. I don't think it will be healthy for you to do this in 24 hours. So yeah, probably it's better to avoid having this like 24 hours super fast delivery and things like that. So just be careful. And also the other thing, you don't want to put like unlimited revisions unless you really want to, because we had cases where actually from our community that there was like an order. Marco was doing an order, and the client was just asking for revisions for the next like 7 8 months. It was like one website, but he was keep asking the revisions, and that's it. So it's a bit tricky to do that in that. So I will suggest here, like if you're doing this social media posts, maybe you can break down into the social media platforms. 7 custom post ads designed for any platform. Maybe you can just list down again, IG, X, because when people see this, they are more willing to actually pay and go for your order, because they see the platform, they see social media platform. That's why it's important to either, because you see this one is a bit cut, so it might be much better to, you can see how we did it. I think we did it pretty clear. So you can see here, right? So you can see the platforms. Well, of course you can see the video, but you can see So this one is for Instagram. This one is for Instagram. Let's see, go here. This one is for, you can see guys, like you have Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and X, right? So this is something that you might want to do it because it's just much more clear when you do that. But I will remove this for sure. Like 24 hours, this is not first of all, this is not healthy for you to do, and second, it's just might be a little bit trickier to have. Yeah, guys, just be careful of providing a username. Make sure it's lower. I mean, I will correct it and find it, but still, yeah. So actually, we went over Fred. We went over your profile yesterday, so you can watch the previous live, and I did give feedback yesterday about your profile. So yeah, let's go for the next one. All right, we have Oliver. Um, so I would say good picture. It's definitely you can see yourself, but the thing is, first of all, you're like it says from the U.S., right? So I assume you don't have any issues like speaking English and being maybe on camera as well. So why don't you have a profile intro video? That will be much better, right? So you already have a good picture, level 2 seller, so you've been on Fiverr for some time. You also have a profession, website developer. This is great. Hello there, I'm former visual designer and Webflow expert. My main goal is to elevate your digital presence and boost your brand value and stunning, engaging website. So again, I will suggest to this is not bad, but it's much better say, hey, I'm Oliver, excited to work with you here on Fiverr. I've been a visual designer, Webflow expert. I'm excited to help you with your projects here on Fiverr. Just something, adding a touch about Fiverr, like being able to help, like, just make them feel a bit exclusive, make them feel a bit special. I don't know, it might be weird to say, but that's how buyers sometimes they want to be kind of things. So let me just open your gigs here. Again, I feel when you guys are doing something like this, you're already losing a lot of potential clients because this is just doesn't have you, right? So when the clients are going over over the marketplace, I mean, you have to, this is something I've been always saying before many times, like when you open the marketplace, you will see right now, maybe in 2015 you will not see like this. I remember because I've been on Fiverr since 2015. I think I remember how it looked completely different, but right now you can see most of the gig images, you can actually see the people, right? So there are, for example, this one is not, but still, like, there is someone there as well in the video, so you can see all of those people, the sellers. So if you make an assumption, that means that you should have a picture of yourself as well. And another example I want to give you, so we have Marco, so he's doing similar things as you, and you can see how he's structuring his profile, right? Picture of him, picture of him on the right is a bit of a project, and then it has a framer, right? So this is something that it's very important to think about it as well. Guys, if you're joining, feel free to submit your profile. The link there. Probably have more people submitting now. I will. I promise. One day I will. I will make it zero. One day you will not wait for people here. One day it's going to be zero. And also, if you are a Fiverr seller, I will really encourage you um, to rush. I'm going back from the yesterday list, so probably you're still on the list, and that's why you can see a lot of. But I will really, guys, suggest you to try out the platform. Again, it's free for 2 weeks. We're actually going to be removing the credit card, so you don't need to put a card. You can just use it for free for 2 weeks without any credit card. Yes, it has a $39 plan, but you can just cancel it if you want to. But I just really want you to try it because we can even go to my inbox right now. So if we go to my inbox, let me actually do this in case there is something sensitive happens on the inbox, but we can see what happens here. So for example, we have let's say this client, right? Hey, can I get more info? So this is the message I got, right? Okay, I can send the message, hey, thank you for your message, or I can just go here and you will see what the response is gonna look like. Hey, thanks for reaching out. Could you please share your Instagram username or link pro profile? This will help me check it out and provide you the right info. Looking forward for your reply, right? So very fast. I didn't need to write anything and I get the answer like this. Now I can see this, for example, well, this potential buyer from United States created profile recently, so it might not be a great lead for now because I don't have his information. But if it's a good profile, I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my leads section here, so you guys can see I have uh, the leads as well. I have, the other things as well, but this is how I manage my leads. I have a CRM system in the platform. So when you go here, you can have the CRM system. You can have, let me go here, show you the demo mode. So you can manage your leads. And today I was on a call with Omar, and he has a different setup, but it's really it's really a nice way of how you can manage your leads. Karim, you will actually join the Telegram group once you pay first, or you can message me on. You can message me. You can send an email. You can send email hello@freelancehustle.ai. So this is the email you can send, and I will be able to, you can see it here, right? And then I will be able to add you manually. But usually you get added once you have the first successful payment, you'll be added to the community. But guys, I think you should definitely check it out. Go back to Oliver. Okay, so the one thing he did it interesting here, he put himself here, but you should definitely be more visible, because if I'm looking like this, I will not even be able to see you. Next thing we have is the portfolio. So you can see his portfolio. Actually, not bad. I would say use this more. So for example, if you work with a real estate client, you should use like real estate web. Well, I think you misspelled web flow, so it's web flow. But again, you should definitely be careful as well, because you will be surprised, but just because of this small typo, the clients will probably not want to work with you, right? So because if you make a typo here, maybe you can make it on their website. So it's just very important to be careful. That's why when you try to be like quantity, 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 you have to actually be careful and not make the mistakes like this. So yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next one. All right, and let me know, guys, if you have questions as well in the chat. If you're just joining, let me know if any. I saw Molloy asked, can you give some advice how to rank your Fiverr gig again? So I'm sure you guys heard about this seller, Luis Key, right? Maybe you have heard. He has like crazy amount of orders for the logo design, right? So what he did, he re-engaged a lot of his past clients. So he was sending smaller offers, like $5, $10 offers, and kind of like re-engaging the buyers. Of course, I will suggest to be careful with that, but you can send those smaller offers, and you can offer maybe like a consultation or like some sort of a support. And that way, when you kind of get this quantity going on your gigs, the ranking is going to be much better, right? So I want to show you as well what happens with my Fiverr profile and my ranking. So let's go back. Sorry guys, I should probably have done the same setup as I did yesterday, because this might not be ideal, but actually some things are easier to show it like this. But let's go to the switch to selling, my gigs. Okay, so you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gigs, right? This is my biggest gig, which has the most orders in queue. And you can see this gig is actually the number of impressions, they're not so high. So there are a lot of sellers who who have a lot more than me, right? But still, I'm able to get 129 orders in queue because I'm, also doing a lot of re-engaging. So I'm using the CRM system that I was showing to you, and I'm doing a lot of re-engaging. You can see, for example, here, right? We have recent clients, we have past clients, we have leads. So I'm doing a lot of those. So that is actually helping me get, because you see my gig is not ranked really well. I have, for example, this gig here. It has, I think it did had more, but now it dropped, but it's still has 17 orders in queue here. The other gig I have, which is also Instagram growth, it has 83 orders in queue. But if I look at the impressions, you see it's also dropping. It's like 1,000 here, so it's very low, to be honest. But I'm still getting a lot of orders recurring. And then when I look at my success score, which is, I think if I go here, you can see it's 10, right? And most of the gigs are 10 because it has a volume. It has a volume of orders, and that's why my success score is more consistent. So this is something that for you to just remember, because you need to be able to get. Doesn't mean that you have to go and ask your friends, your family. Like, you have to be careful, but re-engaging the past buyers, it's one of the best way. Like, it's very easy to sell to the buyer that you already worked before. You can easily sell some sort of like a smaller package or consultation or something like that. So just remember about that as well. All right, we have Ismail, level 2 seller. I would say, actually, yeah. So it's kind of like I want to click, but there is no actual video. So make sure, you guys, when you are creating the picture and stuff, please just add the video. It's not gonna hurt. It's just like, yes, it takes time to record it, but essentially it's just gonna help you, especially if you've been on Fiverr for 3 years, 200 orders completed. Um, my name is Mohammed Ismail, passion result driven web designer, SEO expert, content writer, e-commerce, website monetization specialist, 5 years of experience. So yeah, it looks like you have a lot of things that you can do. Actually, let me watch it from here because it's much better. The problem is, like, yeah, the same problem here. Too many text. You have too many text, and it's just not clear. Like, the clients, they're not going to be reading. It's only me, I can do this, right? But the clients, they'll be watching like this, and they can't read anything here. So you have to be careful that this is not ideal. The other thing is, your gigs are, most of them are like $5, and this is also something that I will be worried about, because Fiverr, it used to be $5, but right now it's definitely not $5. So it has a lot more opportunities. And just putting yourself like this, for example, this one, I feel like, you did better. But again, it's just too much, and you don't need to have these banners like order now, 100% satisfaction. The clients, they expect you to be 100% satisfied when they place an order, especially on Fiverr, because they can definitely cancel the order if they want to, right? So they don't need to be, you don't need to remind them about that. So yeah. Next thing, I don't see actually only two projects, and it's not very content creation management. So I will suggest, because you have so many gigs, like if you have so many gigs, you should have at least, double amount of portfolio projects. And those portfolio projects should not be coming from made on Fiverr. Like, this not should be automatic ones, but your own projects, because the clients, they will be wondering, if you actually have, for example, let me open you our profile, and you can see. So we have 46 projects, right? Of course, there's a lot of made on Fiverr, but you can see this one, for example, social media content management. When the client opens this, they expect to see like a social media content, right? That's what we did. For example, here, this is social media management. It's made on Fiverr. Social media content creation, right? You can see again. The next one, we have content creation and IG growth campaign. So the clients, sometimes they're wondering, let's say in my case, do you actually grow clients on Instagram? And I do grow. So I do provide Instagram growth. And here you can see the content we created, and then they can see the growth, right? So they can see kind of like the progress, how many people that we followed, how many people we unfollowed, how many people we liked. They can see also the trajectory growth. They can see how many kind of people they were gaining. So you can see everything. And I'm not getting questions anymore about the growth campaigns because they can find this in the portfolio. The same here for you. When you have a lot of gigs, a lot of different services, your portfolio should be very big, and a lot of information. But other than that, I think you can definitely work on those things. All right, so let's go for the next one. And guys, if you're just joining, I hope it's going down this number, but unfortunately it's not. So, but I promise one day it definitely we will definitely get it back down. Okay, so we have Amir. I might go a bit faster because a lot of things I'm gonna be repeating myself, and if I find something interesting, I want to spend more time. If I feel I can actually spend more time and help you, I will do that. But if there are some just repetitive things, I think you guys can learn from the from the from the previous reviews. Okay, we have Kumar. You also said about optimizing. I'm still in the process of optimizing my Fiverr profile and the package. I started taking Fiverr seriously mainly because of you. I achieved level 1 June this year. Thanks, that means a lot to hear. I hope your Fiverr journey goes well because, as you know, not everything can go smooth on Fiverrs, unfortunately. But it can have a great. You definitely can have a great. It's like a school, like a university. It's a great. I mean, I wouldn't say just the university, but also like a first experience or actually getting yourself out there. It's good because you're learning a lot. Um, all right, Amir, you've been on Fiverr for a long time. You see a lot of orders and reviews, but I will definitely suggest to change. I feel like this is a bit of outdated. This can definitely be much better, especially you've been on Fiverr for a long time. You have more gigs as well. Design flyer elections, political campaigns. This is actually interesting because guys, if you are being very niche down, you can actually get a lot of clients. So if you're like, for example, let's say medical niche, health and wellness, fitness niche, right? You can just think about, in my case, there are a lot of like real estate agents, real estate in general. So if you create a gig specifically to like real estate or like political, you're probably going to get a lot of traffic and a lot of orders. This is something to think about. If you're doing maybe like logo designs, you can be specific about the project and about the niche, and you can get a lot of clients from that as well. Okay, so portfolio, again, not many projects that you're putting yourself. So don't rely on this one because this one is just by Fiverr. You don't really see the text, the background, the story. Like it's just mainly that Fiverr has it. Fiverr is trying to help you. Of course, it's not maybe helping it in the best way, but still try to put your project yourself. That's always the best thing to have. Make sure you have actually replying to reviews as well. You should reply. So, for example, of course, the clients can leave negative reviews. That's normal. Don't worry about it. Well, but you should also reply to the negative ones. I feel like the clients will be wondering what did you say and what did you have to say, right? So, for example, if they're saying that communication was not good, but it might not be true because maybe they reached out to you on the, I don't know, on the weekends where you don't cover the shifts, right? So there could be a lot of things, but make sure you're actually responding to those feedbacks. Doesn't matter positive or negative. This is very important to continue kind of doing that. All right, so if you're just joining now, you guys can submit your profile. I'll do my best to go over. If you're a Fiverr seller, again, I will speak about it because I feel today I was on the call with Omar, another Fiverr seller, and we are working on the order management system right now. So we are actually being able to, for you guys, you're able to, if you have, let's say, team members, contractors, you will be able to right now you can add them here as your team members. They can access it, but in the case of Omar, he has actually like a sales system, and he's using mainly the CRM system. Like it's very nicely organized. They have actually much a better structure than I have, in my opinion, because they put this in the section. Like they have, for example, cold leads, warm leads, right? And they're getting clients, and me too. Like you can see, we have labels as well. We have clients, offer send. So this is the offer send. For example, if I open it here, what do we have? So you guys can see we have, the offer was sent. We send a follow-up message. The clients was 5 hours ago, so maybe they can potentially accept it, right? That's why it is important to really have, and you can also change it from here, right? And then what I can do as well, I can just send the message follow up on the offer. You guys, you have multiple options, but let's say we can use this option. And yeah, you can see here. So hey, just wanted to follow up on the order for the content creation and growth. Please let me know. So you can yeah, I think it's great. It definitely, and you can also adjust the tone. You can adjust the, for example, here we can say, let's say, make it, uh, I don't know, make it friendlier, let's say, and this gives you like a sort of a way. You can see now it's checking to see if you had a chance to review the order, blah blah blah. So yeah, I think definitely it's definitely has, has a lot of potential. So yeah, I would love for you guys to just use it for free and give me the feedback. We are building the order management, so you can actually get the orders from Fiverr into this portal, and you can invite your team members. You can, there's so many things that we are going to be implementing. So the idea is to substitute Notion, Trello, and yeah, and be able to manage your projects more effectively. All right, so we have a deal. Again, I would suggest to have, make sure your profile picture, yes, it does look fine, but it's a bit of, let's see if I'm, 1 second. So this is 100%. So yeah, like your face is still not clear, so it should be more, I feel like, lighting up. You've been on Fiverr for 6 years, 100 orders completed, 4.9. This is good. The thing is with Fiverr, I feel like if you're already at this point, you should be very active on LinkedIn. Like when I open my LinkedIn, of course, there is like all sorts of stuff, but sometimes I do, like, this is, for example, this is a Fiverr seller. He recently got a $1 million badge, and I want to show you him. I hope you don't mind, guys, because this is important. It's not just about reviewing your profiles, but it's actually showing you the what works and how people are making millions of dollars on Fiverr, right? And for any of you who are watching this, you guys are getting great value, I think, because I spent so many hours, doing this research. So you can see Stas, right? Stanislav, he's running the agency. If we open his profile, again, a great LinkedIn profile, right? So he has his agency, he has his information, he has he kind of like brings people to his own website, which maybe makes sense, right? But he's very active. You can see he's posting every other day, right? Every other day he's posting. He's active, right? And then you can see there is always a link to his website. So he's bringing people to his website, right? He's filling this form. Not a big fan of the AI picture, but still. But this is how his profile on Fiverr looks, right? So he's been $1 million seller, and if we look at one of his gigs, you can see here. So this gig is $800 starting price. Standard 2.6. The premium is 8.2. And you can see right now he has 18 orders in queue, right? So the good thing about Fiverr, and thanks for them for doing that, they probably did it for you guys to be looking at this and be like, okay, probably I should be on Fiverr, because you can see here as well. That's what they did recently, right? You can see the projects, and just let's go through his last maybe month, right? You can see 1,500 project, 4,000 and more. Maybe this can be an $8,000 project, right? So who knows? Well, this kind of sucks, right? Not a good one, but he still got probably like at least 4,000 for this project. I don't know, guys. You probably will let me know in the comments. would you accept 1 star and get paid $4,000? Or would you cancel this $4,000 and avoid getting 1 star? You can just, uh, I don't know, I don't want to create the poll because, uh, because yeah, I don't, I actually cannot, but you guys can let me know if you prefer, if you take the 1 star, if you take that 1 star and get paid 4,000, or you just cancel that $4,000 project and don't get any feedback. But you can see he made like, probably 30, $40,000 just from one, maybe even more, maybe like $50,000 from just one, from his profile on Fiverr, right? So it definitely has a lot of potential. And going back to you here, um, the thing is, yeah, like, you can see the charging $12. So right now, Fiverr is not low ticket anymore. It has a low ticket. You definitely still have like low ticket clients, but it's not just a low ticket platform um, anymore. You have buyers who are going to be spending like thousands of dollars. So if you go on Fiverr and offer something for $10, I think you should probably not be on Fiverr, right? Because it's just too low, and I don't think it makes much sense, right? So you should definitely have a high ticket, like even for in our case, um, like let's say if I go to, for example, let me just do this really quick, and probably you will not, yeah, you can guys see it, but I just want to show you here so you can see a bit of behind the scenes. So we have 480. Okay, my services are a bit more like recurring, right? But still, you can see the amounts that are getting paid, right? So this is actually VIP client. This is lower ticket. This is $300, right? This is came from buyer promotion. You can see here 187, 140, 200. So it's 470, 470. It's not a low ticket platform, so that you should not be creating gigs that are like $10. You can see I can have, and right now I have, uh, what is it, three. So you guys can see 244, 257, 12 delivered. So it's a lot of orders, right? So it's 271 active orders, which brings a 50K right now, minus 20%. Of course, it's lower, but still, it's definitely, this is just for you to understand. So that's why when I see this $10 projects, I feel like this is just, it's not a good start on Fiverr. So you can have a smaller ticket projects for sure. But right now, for example, I feel with this one, so this is something that Omar is doing as well. This is, Omar has similar gigs. So you can definitely do this much better. Again, this looks not in the right place. So you can work on that and adjusting those images, and making sure they look clean, making sure you actually show yourself on those images, and you can definitely get better and better results. All right, so let's go for the next one. We have Irish from Sri Lanka. I would say good profile picture. Intro video is going to be better to have as well, because, but that's a good start. 8 years on Fiverr, 367 orders completed, which is really good. Actually, that's also good. Let's see. This is, yeah, I would say this is a great start. And you've been on Fiverr for, well, 8 years, right? So how many years here? 8 years. So yeah, you definitely should know which one should work. And this is a great, like, again, showing yourself, being very clear about the services. The pricing is still low ticket, but again, you can have, you can start $50. I think $50, it's not a low ticket. Like, it's definitely on the higher side, especially when you can have something like $500. This is very, very good. I'll migrate emails to Microsoft 365 from any platform. I think this is a great gig, to be honest. You can do that. You can also do, maybe help them migrate to other platforms. Maybe like set up some, like, let's say the Keem, Demarc, all of this email stuff. You can definitely go more in depth as well. I will definitely pay someone to just review my emails and everything, make sure everything is right, everything in the right place. So I feel like email marketing, it also has a great has a huge potential. So if you want to structure your services around that, I want to also show you this seller, Dion. He's very heavily with this like cold emails, setting up campaigns, and you can see his image.
When you can use AI for free. If you're watching this video, that's probably a question you have. Here's the problem. Although AI is very good at providing answers to questions, it creates content that is generic and templated, causing you to look generic and templated. Hi, my name is Dian, and for the past 10 years, I've been a copywriter reaching over 1 million in earnings and 2,000 five-star reviews. In this video, I will share how I can help you.
So actually, this is a great, like you see how important it is to have the intro video, because with one video he already gets me hooked. So I will probably not even look at his gigs. I will just go ahead and click on the contact option, right? Or book his consultation. This is another option that I feel it's great that you have, and you can just pay him for your time, right? So for his time. And again, here, he has gig videos on every gig. This is something you guys, this is a great example how you can really make this professional. You can really make this, and he's charging like this. You can see the prices as well. So it's definitely a great example. I think like his example is probably one of the top examples. I'm not too happy about this because you don't really see his projects and portfolio, so he can definitely improve that. But the whole branding of Fiverr, that's how it should be, right? And you can see $200 $400 2 hours ago, 7 hours ago, 2 days ago, right? So he's definitely like doing 20K per month, 30K per month. Like that's definitely probably 20K, I would say, but maybe 30K even, right? But you can see, guys, the difference, right? So it's high number of or like this one, 2 3,000. So yeah, maybe he is at 30K. I'm not sure, to be honest, but this is impressive. So that's what you can get. And I feel like going back to you here, you can think about implementing more of the email. I feel the email has a lot of potential. Of course, other things too, but let's say I'll provide remote technical support for you. But like, for example, when you have gigs like this, they're a bit more generic. If you are being specific to your, for example, I'll provide this and that, like more specific. For example, right now, you guys know so many people are creating projects in Lovable, right? They're using Lovable AI. And there are people who are offering, for example, this guy, like, I'll develop lovable application. We can check it here. 8 orders in queue, $200, right? So this is the beauty of actually niching down. So he's just focusing on the lovable. He's making the apps and connecting to the database, Superbase. That's what it's integrated with, and 8 orders in queue. We can check his profile as well. Let's go here. He's from Pakistan. Amazing to see, of course. This one can be better. It's not too bad, but it can be better for sure. But because you can see 48 reviews, right? So he's a recent seller, probably. He's not been on Fiverr for a long time. So you can see, let's actually see it from here if I go, or we can also see it from here, more info. So he's been from 2020, so it's been a while, but maybe he's been active recently, right? And we can see the if I go here, one day ago, right, $200 $400 projects. 5 days ago, $2,000 project. Guys, like, you know, I think if you are currently struggling with Fiverr, go and learn, for example, like let's say Lovable, learn about this platform. And I actually have done the website myself in Lovable. I just used it and I created this website. And you can see it like simulated the CRM system that we have for Fiverr sellers. It also created this like a review of how the AI agent works, right? So it comes up with the message, it sends the message, you send the message, it doesn't send it for you, then you can add it to the CRM system, then you like it simulates exactly how everything works. And I did this in Lovable, right? And you can create gigs like this right now, and I feel it has a lot of potential. So, okay, let me just take a short here break. You guys can let me know in the comments if you are finding this helpful. I'll just switch back in a second to the next one. But yeah, I mean, I'm also thinking like when I see something like this, it reminds me the 2021 or 2020 NFT, right? Where you had, I remember the seller, he had like 50 orders or 60 orders in queue. He's been selling NFT services, and this seller was making over $100,000 on Fiverr. Right now, he's not he's not doing much, and there were a lot of sellers from Sri Lanka as well. They were like probably the richest people on the whole in the whole country selling the NFT services. But it's always this thing like if you focus on something like email marketing, you're probably going to be for a while in the industry. If you focus on something like, let's say, yeah, like something that can be replaced or the industry can be shifted, you're probably in a trouble. So yeah, uh, no worries, Abdu. Thanks for your feedback. Yeah, guys, let me know if you're struggling. Just write in the chat. But I'm hoping that's why I want to do these live streams more, because I think like first of all, it does help me. It does help me understand where you are struggling with, because I can see it as well. I can, like I can see maybe why it's becoming difficult. But then I hope that it kind of opens your eyes and you can see that it's not the end of the story for Fiverr. It's maybe because you're offering the wrong service, or you're offering something that doesn't have a demand, or the demand is gone, right? It's not anymore. People are using, for example, let's say if you're offering Webflow, right? I did my website in Lovable. In one day, I spent like 50, $60 to make this website that I showed you. And you can now think about it, why they're not paying you $1,000, $2,000 if people can create websites like using Lovable in just one day. To be honest, I spent one day and I created this website that I showed you. All right, so let me just we go to the next one. We have Abe, and I remember Abe from the X as well. So this is Abe profile, and not sure if he's watching now, but he probably can be watching later. Okay, so I'm getting notifications for you guys are in the comments, and also some of the buyers that are or also in my Fiverr inbox that I should also get back to. In Fiverr success score, when it says room for growth, how to make it positive, my geek score is 6. I have requirements. So first of all, guys, don't worry what Fiverr says. Like I think, you know, they probably already learned a mistake that they should start, because people were always kind of asking why they're not ranked high enough or something like that. So they made the success score, and now it's became even more confusing because the Fiverr doesn't know exactly why your gig is 6, not 10, right? They cannot give you an answer. uh, they probably have an answer, but it's like it's supposed to be not shared with you, right? So that's why it's good to have a customer success manager, because maybe he or she can look into specific things. But at the end of the day, you should just forget about this number, like the success score, and just work on building a good system. At the end of the day, if you don't have a system, you are doesn't matter if you're at 10 or 9 or 6 or 0. It's just makes it useless. All right, so we have Abe. Good start. I mean, I would say good profile picture. Maybe smiling, maybe like a bit, but it's not bad. It's good. I would say this looks good. Intro video is a must. So I want to show you guys, because I've seen Abe on X as well. Uh, you guys can also see me, but let me show you Abe. I think he's let's see. I think this is his profile. So, and let me switch 1 second. Let me just do. Okay, never mind. We can just do it like this. So you guys see he is also, I think that's him, right? So first of all, yes. So he's on Fiverr, on Upwork. He's kind of like documenting his journey, which is good. I think this is something that you should also do. Creating something simple like this sometimes it will get views, sometimes it will not get views, right? But this is very important because one thing I want to show you as well, there is another seller which I had an interview, Florian, and Florian actually, let me just do 1 second, guys. So it might be a bit easier. Let's see. Just a second. Let's go here. Theme. Let's do this one. All right. So let's go back to Florian. So you guys can see Florian. He's a Fiverr seller as well. And the thing I wanted to show you with him is that you can see he's just posting his work, recent static ad design, nothing crazy. But he has 1,400 views. This one has 5,200, right? Again, there is nothing complex. It's very straightforward. I think you guys can definitely do something like this. If you have, if you're creating, let's say, social media work, content, anything that you can show this and you can get the views. And he's getting the calls, right? So like Florian is getting the calls, they're getting booked here, and people are booking the calls, and then he's kind of bringing them to Fiverr or to other places. So we can actually, let me see here. So you guys can see he has a 12:30, 12:30 spot, and here he has, actually no, never mind, 12, 1, 1:30. So yeah, was it 11? Yeah, so you can see like the spots are definitely getting booked. So it definitely works. And right now, Florian is doing something smart. He's also building his agency directly. So he has this creating static designs, and he's charging this. This is a very similar concept for Design Joy. You guys probably have seen this agency. They're doing something similar, right? They're charging like a standardized subscription that you can have something like that. And Florian, he did something smart. He's following the same, not the same, but similar path, and that's how he's building the agency. So he has the traffic on Fiverr, he has the traffic on X, and he's building both directions. So this is something that you guys should think about, and the same goes like to Abe as well. You should use your X as a platform to drive more sales, because right now when I go to your profile on X, I don't see anything like, I don't see the links to your Fiverr, I don't see the links to your Upwork. So you are documenting your journey, but you don't have any links here on your profile, which makes it, for example, I want to show you as well something here. So you guys are watching this channel, right? You're giving the support. I really appreciate it. But I want to show you something here. So under my each video, you guys are seeing this like a message, want to grow your Instagram, click on this link. So I'm using the Fiverr affiliate. Probably I'm going to change it soon. I'm going to be driving traffic directly as well, because this is not bad, but this is not the full potential. Sorry, let me just update this quickly. Let's go to the August 1st update, clicks, registration. So you guys can see this graph, right? So we can remove registration. You can see that I'm getting every day 12, sometimes 20 clicks on my services on Fiverr, and I'm also getting a commission. So it's not a big commission, but who knows? Maybe I was able to convert clients who were, because this is only first-time buyers. So I can get a commission if it's a first-time buyer on Fiverr. But maybe these are people who were on Fiverr before. So that is a great way to like re-engage your past clients. So you guys have two ways. One way, you can use the freelancehustle.ai, the platform that I built with Ayman together, and you can actually structure your CRM. So the same like we have here, you guys see that, we have a CRM system. Again, you can use a free trial. We removed the credit card. We're actually going to be removing it today or tomorrow. So you can just use it for free, like 2 weeks. Actually, we're going to be paying for you, because whenever you use the reply with the agent, we get charged by OpenAI. But you guys can use it for free 2 weeks. Like, not, we don't, you can cancel it. you can cancel it right away if you want. That doesn't matter. But we will remove the card, so you don't need to like if it's done, it's done, right? So just use it for free. Use it for free. You know, just give us some good feedback, and hopefully we can make it better, and you will be considering using it more and more. Okay, so the next thing is I will do custom VBA programming, macro automate your Excel work. So I think the Excel is still a very very big skill. It's very highly needed skill. But I will suggest for you like Abe to definitely explore more options, like create gigs with a lovable, create you know, because you don't want to just rely on, like for example right now the Google is implementing the AI, so you can actually build these formulas using the AI, using the Gemini, right? So your services can be at risk. I feel like you have a good niche, and you know, remember this was a Excel. What was the Excel girl? There was this Miss Excel, right? So this was used to be a very, and she is a very big person that is like training on Excel and things like that. So she used to be a huge, and right now I still think she's doing extremely well. But of course, her industry can be a bit shifted because of the AI, right? So the AI can build faster things. But I think Abe, for you, like if you are knowledgeable in these things, why you're not really showing that or selling something on your X as well? Maybe you can have a mini course, you can have something else. Like it has so much potential, guys. Like I think you can be at, you know, 10K per month very easily, but because of how you maybe think or how you set yourself, you're making like, let's say 2K per month, right? So it's very important, and I hope like, you know, when I do these reviews, and I want to do them more, but I want to like try to give you ideas, not just like, okay, you should change this picture or that, but just to open, you know, more opportunities for you. Maybe you can come up with different services, you can come up with different ideas, because there's definitely a lot of potential there. So I hope you guys are not a bit upset because I'm not as fast as you want, but I hope this just opens more opportunities. So when the life is finished, you can go to sleep and you can have a dream how you can come up with new business ideas because I explained to you in the life some things that you can come up with, right? Okay, so we have Seed Hart, professional video editor, 3 years of experience. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I will have to spend a short amount of time on your gigs because you should have yourself on your gigs. This is like a must. When you create a gig, you should have yourself, not even though it looks funny and like cool and maybe it gets people to work with you, but you should have yourself. You should have also the picture that is you know, that is like professional, that is, you should sleep, you know, you should not take a picture if you slept like 1 hour or 2 hours, right? So you should be fresh. So you guys should be you know, careful about these things. This is important. The other things about the editing, cash cow, faceless, you know, right now, for example, it's not only about like editing this, but you can also do shorts, you can also do try to do LinkedIn. I'll edit your content for your LinkedIn profile, I'll edit your content for Instagram profile, because if you become like more strategic about this, you'll get as well a lot of clients, right? So sometimes they might not click on your cash cow YouTube, but they might actually work with you because you had the, you know, let's say LinkedIn gig as well. Okay, so let me go just close, make a few adjustments here, guys. Just a second. All right, here as well. So let's see if this number is going, but I'm probably not as fast as you guys wish for. But okay, we are still at the 71, which is fine. All right, we have, and let me know if you have any questions as well in the comments. Like, do you guys, is it making sense for you? Is it not making sense what I'm saying? So, just will be good to know as well. And if you have any questions, for sure you can ask. I will be happy to answer. All right, we have Ali. Ali 4.5, 2 reviews. You're just starting out. The same thing that I will suggest. like the same thing, like even here, like I think you spelled documentary, docu, yeah. So, I think just, being careful, like, I don't know, guys, like, for example, yeah, if some things you're not spelling right, you're not doing this, it's good that you're on Fiverr because you can learn about this. But you should really, like, take care of these things soon, right? As soon as possible, and showcase yourself. And you know, I think you have a great potential, but just show yourself. Like, there was a great example, the previous profiles I was doing, where you can see the face, you can see the actual description of the gigs. So you guys can definitely do that. All right, we have Raj. Um, Raj, I think you're maybe still watching this or not, but okay, great. I would say good picture, right? But you should have a video of yourself. This is very important. Doesn't matter if you are like not comfortable, shy, or something. If you're not gonna do it, you will always be at the same level. Guys, like, it's very simple. If you are working in this job, if you're going to always work in the job, you're always going to be, you know, I don't know, stuck in the job. You can grow in the career, you can become, next job, but you'll kind of like do the same thing over and over again. You'll be making more money, but it's not going to be as exciting. The same here. Like, if you don't do something that is outside of your comfort zone, you'll not reach that level. It's very simple. Like, for example, doing the live, I might not be comfortable because something can go wrong in the life, something, who knows? It's not easy to do life. It's very hard, but I decided to try it because it's good for me to practice it. It's good for me to, to do it, I think. So that's why I'm doing it. Although I might be just doing some other things. It's already like midnight. I'll probably have to end this soon as well. So again, but that's the thing. Okay, so I specialize in creating playful, bold, modern logo, brand identities. 2 gigs only, so I'll definitely create more gigs. And Raj, you can definitely do like a packaging design gig maybe, so you can have several. But I like that you're starting with like a good number, 200, 450. So you don't have orders in queue right now, but looks like you're still getting orders, which is good. So let's see what else you have. The reviews. Yeah, so it looks like maybe you're getting back on Fiverr. But again, if you're getting back on Fiverr, if you feel like it's slow, you should have uh, the, oh, sorry if I skipped, but I actually don't see a question. Yeah, so don't worry, Kumar, I'll get back, I'll see it. Yeah, so definitely need to do a complete redesign, complete rebranding. Like, if you are, you should, because everything should be in like one style. You want to have your own branding, you want to have your own kind of like direction with your images, with stuff, because it needs to look professional, especially if you're doing brand style and everything like related to that. The clients, they expect you to also be like on top of your things, so it's very important to have like, everything in one style, and everything there. All right, so let's see. Kumar, how do you handle angry buyer, right? So you were asking me, how do I handle an angry buyer? First of all, I try to not get angry buyers, right? So I try to kind of like explain about my services before I try to, have a video on YouTube that I share with clients. So it can happen. If the client is not happy, I will refund it, because sometimes it can happen that the clients, um, they're just not a good fit for your service, or they're asking something that is not realistic as well. So if I see that from the beginning, I'm going to provide a refund. I'm not going to work with the client because it doesn't make much sense. Even though the client will be like, no, it's okay, don't worry, let's keep going, I will still say like, sorry, I don't think it makes sense because this is not something that I can do for you. So I'll refund, I'll take the loss. But I will rather not deal with this sort of drama than yeah, than just getting like paid for it. So I'll just refund it and move on, right? Do you fear that he may rate and review the order negatively? I honestly, with all of our social media designs, we don't really get like negative feedback because the system is good. The system is good. The processes are good. Of course, it can happen, but I think maybe like 1% chance it can happen. So I don't really see that as an issue, and I think because when the clients they order from us, they can actually see what we do. So there is no like something they expect and we don't do that. We see them, like we tell them right away. So that's something that I think makes the difference. All right. So, Karim, how do you set up your quick response on Fiverr? How to use this effectively? Guys, I'm using my own platform. You saw my like there, but let me show you. I'm using my own platform for that. So I have actually all of my quick responses are here. I'm using, I think it's much better than Fiverr's, to be honest, because when I go to my inbox, I can just open up the extension. I can use my feed. So if I have like I have, you can search for it as well. You can use it. It's much better in my opinion, because when you go to the orders and when you use the quick response, you don't really see you cannot search for it. So I'm using everything using the freelance hustle. I think it's just better. Everything is in one place, and our team as well is using that. So yeah. All right. So sorry, Karim, for skipping those. Bogdan, I'm about to start my freelance journey. My biggest struggle right now is to choose the right laptop for work. Choose the right laptop. Thinking between social media management and motion graphics, also from Ukraine. Yeah, so I will suggest, yeah, I mean, if you can get the MacBook, it's always the best because I think you can do most of the stuff. Or actually, you mean choose the types of works. I would suggest social media management because you can get clients recurring. If you do motion graphics, it's mostly like a one-time thing. It's hard to, and there's a lot of processes involved. So if you get two clients for motion graphics, or yeah, like it doesn't maybe need to be very complex, but I think you're still gonna be very overbooked. If you handle social media clients, social media management, you will probably handle more clients. You can handle more clients, more recurring clients. So that's something that I think maybe better in my opinion. But it's more like depends on your skills as well. Karim, for submitting Fiverr Pro, you have mentioned you should have a landing page. Can you give me some suggestions about landing page, how it should look like? So I don't know, guys, if I can show you my. Let's see if I still have it, Fiverr, or did I have it like this? Just let me see if I have Fiverr Pro. Okay, so I think, yeah, I can show you my Fiverr Pro application because I don't know if I showed it before, but you guys can see it. So this is this is the website I have. Well, I mean, this is the landing page I created, right? So I put my Instagram because it has like the most. Actually, my YouTube is going to be soon bigger. So guys, please thumbs up for this YouTube so the channel can grow more, so I can do 24/7 live stream and help you all reach 50K per month on Fiverr. So just give a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe. But yeah, this is what I put for my Instagram just because it's my biggest platform. I did put let me see if I can make it smaller. I did put a little bit about information about me. I put also my like appearances. If I appear, like I appeared several places and just some of my PR. I put up also my like podcast appearances. The book I was featured Instagram Power. I understand that you guys maybe don't have this credibility, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not something that will be, oh, you should have this, that's it. So don't worry if you don't have this, it's not a problem. um, all right, so then I put my projects. So I put up my projects, the content that I created for them, and yeah, that was enough. So I put up my projects. um, So this is how it looked, and that's it. So I was able to get approved because of this landing page, right? So it's not complicated, but of course, let's say maybe they went to my Instagram, they saw my like credibility, they've seen I'm not sure if this had more impact than my projects, but maybe it did in some way, right? So again, you have to just, because when you're applying for Fiverr Pro, it's nice when you can share one thing, like one place, and the Fiverr can review everything instead of sharing like bunch of different links, because Fiverr probably will not even open some links as well. So that's something that is another point you have to remember. All right, Kumar, ask questions related to that one star seller from Morocco, but you skip them. You also ask our thoughts. So yeah, I just got back to I think all the questions. And yeah, all right. So guys, we're gonna continue this. This is not the last time I'm gonna do live, but I hope you guys got some value from this live. So we're gonna keep doing that. You guys know the page for the submitting the profile reviews, and yeah, I think and it's time to fix my schedule of sleeping, and tomorrow need to go to wake up earlier as well. I still need to check my Fiverr just to see if yeah, healthy lifestyle is very important. Is extremely important. You have to work out as well. Wednesday, I'm starting back with my trainings. I do also trainings 3 times per week with a coach. You can do it yourself. You don't need a coach, but for me, it's just better because like I'm accountable to the coach as well. So 3 times per week. I played paddle as well, and I think I will start playing again. I was just kind of sick and from traveling, so yeah, it's been. But also like doing sports is very important because you don't want to be just stuck looking at your laptop and understanding what works, what doesn't work on Fiverr. You want to kind of like be fresh with your mind, and that's what actually made a big impact for me. I always had these ideas and other things because guys, in the end of the day, it's like it's okay, like if you don't make the money that you want to make, it's not the end of the world. You can still achieve that. It just takes time, it takes patience, and you just want to feel good, right? Do you prefer to have $100,000 per year, like okay, let's say $10,000 per month, but you have to work from 9 to, I don't know, 10 p.m., right? And just you'll be like constant non-stop. So probably it's nice to make the money, right? But you will not be able to spend them because you will be just working every single day, all day. Or would you prefer to make maybe, let's say, $5,000, but because you have a team, because you have other things, you can actually have time for not just for yourself, but for things that can help you grow even more. That's something that happened for me. Like I was doing the Fiverr messages, the inbox, the order messages, and then I met Alyosha, who has been working with me for 1 year right now. In the past, I had someone else who were helping with the Fiverr messages, but still, like he was right now, he overtook the Fiverr communication. So and really it opens up, like I can do this live, I can do other things, I can work on the freelance hustle AI project, I can improve my service as well. We're doing more things. We're trying to get clients, the direct clients as well. um, we're trying to push direct clients, and I want to start the whole series on YouTube where I will show you how you can actually get more direct clients. So this is will be happening as well. And yeah, that's just it is what it is. Bogdan, thank you very much. Recently starting watching your channel and I'm in shock how much value it has. Grateful for your work. No worries, Bogdan. I hope that that Fiverr works out for you, to be honest. But also try Upwork because I think the Upwork is also a great platform. You have Fiverr, you have Contra, like this is another platform. It's like commission free. You have Legit. This is like another freelancing platform, and you have Upwork. So you can actually go on those multiple platforms, especially if you're just getting started. Because just don't wait for Fiverr to do the magic. You can actually do other things as well with other platforms. Kumar, Healthy lifestyle is important to achieve professional success. If you could share something about your daily routine, time management, diet, lifestyle in general, guys, it's not, the I think you should not force yourself in doing things. For example, for sure you have like 5 a.m. waking up. I don't know, like, for me, very simple. I wake up usually around 7, around 8. It's been later than that for the last few weeks because of just, changing traveling. But usually it's 7 o'clock, I would say, and start the morning with a lemon with water. This is great. Just squeeze lemon in the water. I think that's always great to start, and then just start your day. Get a breakfast, and I don't know. I feel you should feel good. If you want to work, being productive, you should do things that are makes you feel good, right? You don't want to force yourself. So this is the most important thing. Momentous drive. I saw your message, Rahat. Thank you again for your feedback. My profile was closed. I waited yesterday. Also, can you review Muhammad Bilal? His name under 10 or 12. Maybe my number is on the list. Uh, I think I did review it already. So if you go back to the live, um, you should be able. I should be able to. Let me just check. I think it's already been reviewed. So uh, actually, it might be not. Or wait. Yeah, it might be not, but I'll do it. So I'm gonna be calling the live soon, but yeah, I'll do this more, guys. Again, I think a lot of things have been shared this live today, just for you to understand which direction you should go, what kind of services you should come up with, and I'm gonna be keep doing the reviews more. Let's resume it tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Alosha is in the office as well, my team member, my friend, and we're gonna have some more. So maybe the live is gonna be from the office tomorrow, so you can see what's actually happening behind the scenes. My friend told me if I want to rank on Fiverr fast, I have to get some fake Fiverr reviews. What do you think about it? Aziz, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a fan at all on those reviews and things like that, like fake reviews. So yeah, just it's kind of like in my case, it's cheating, right? So it's kind of like shortcut cheating. So I don't think it's good, and yeah, you should probably not do it because I never got any reviews like that in my Fiverr journey. But for example, if you have maybe friends, like team, let's say family, friends that who might need your service, like not just do it for a sake of doing it, but they actually maybe need your service, right? uh, I think that's fine to kind of like do the service for them if they need it, but the reviews are just not worth it. I know there's a lot of people doing crazy things, which I don't want to even get in. Every time I open my TikTok about Fiverr, I see there's like something crazy. There's like phone farms, Fiverr accounts, exchanges, reviews. Like there's just so many crazy things going on, which I just don't want to even touch base because, yeah, it's just the whole world. So yeah, you may enable membership on YouTube to provide exclusive content resources to paid members. Just a suggestion. So I don't know. I'm fine with this. I think you guys should. The biggest thing that I'll be happy is that you guys are using the freelance hustle platform, and right now it's, of course, you should have something on Fiverr. So if you don't have anything, it might not be ideal. But the thing is, you will be actually in the private group as well. So once the first payment is coming, you will be in the private group, and we also launched the affiliate program. We're launching it this week as well, and you guys can promote it as well, and you can get paid for that as well. But you can use it for free for 2 weeks. 2 weeks for free. Just use it. Give me your feedback, and that's probably the best thing that you guys can can do at the moment. I might do some more like coaching as well in the future. I'm thinking about that as well, like teaching about my services, how I do Instagram, how I do social media marketing, how we build a team, how we manage things, how we handle tough situations. So that should also be I can also provide. I can help you with that as well. So I think that that might be maybe useful for you. And yeah, so let's see what do we have. So I'm just gonna move it here in a second. So yeah, I have a next delivery in 10 hours. So I can actually, yeah, I don't need to do it right now. I can do it tomorrow. Messages, yeah. So more or less, Fiverr has been a bit slower than before, but today we got 12 orders, 12 new orders. I was showing this earlier. I'll show it again. So it's been a bit slow. Well, I mean, I don't want to say like slower, and then you guys are, maybe not getting enough results, and you're like watching me, and I say slower. Of course, it's amazing, right? That's why I'm sharing this. That's why the whole YouTube channel is showing you that this is possible. Like, getting the to 2.6 million, completing 30,000, almost 30,000 orders, and like this is possible. You can do this. I'm not a superhuman. There are more sellers who are doing better than me, but yeah, this is definitely possible, and you guys can hopefully continue learning from this. The other thing which I was checking yesterday, which was also interesting. So if you go to the Fiverr forum, which I started to go more often, but only for this reason, because it's like I don't know if they actually know that they did it, but you can see these sellers, right? And these are like the top sellers, earning most, let's say, earned sellers or something like that. And you can see what they are doing as well. You can see like they are their services. You can see like, because they're all mostly like, you can see even here like this one. This is a been a veteran seller for a long time, but you can see he has a millionaire badge. He has a top rated Fiverr Pro, and you guys can actually learn from these people. I think that's a great way to be inspired. For example, I'm sure everyone in the community of logo design knows the Bahavik. He's been just and I want to show you, if you guys have not seen this seller. It's really inspiring. So he has 34,000 orders completed, which is also a big number. And here you guys can see, okay, so this is a one order in queue. I think he has here. So here you can see 1,442 orders in queue on Fiverr, right? So yeah, this is a lot. So the pricing starts 45, goes to 95, and goes to 155. So this is very impressive. At my peak, I had around, it was like 800 something orders in queue. That was like my peak. So, but this is very impressive. Uh, so Zison, I see your message. Can you show the cash advance option? How long time it given? Uh, let's see. So we can go to the cash advance. Just I can show you here. So earnings, cash advance. So last time I took it, it's been a while actually. It's been 2023. Now you can take it here, and you guys can take it. Uh, yeah, you can do as low as $100 up to $5,000. You have to give back $6,000. They will take 40%. So there is no specific limit. It basically will they will keep taking the money until you fulfill this. So I don't know. I would not advise, because first of all, it's you're giving away a lot more. But if you really need the money, maybe it's an option for you to try. What do you think about changing freelance path? I mean, for example, I do SMM. In a few months, I delete my profile and start a new one. Let's say doing video editing. If I'm right, you can only have one account. Yeah. So just do it on the same account. So for example, the great example I say and I always show is the Marco. So Marco started his profile as a music remixing, remastering, right? So he didn't do Webflow. He started Webflow like a year ago, but most of his orders and reviews are actually, so you can see he has 6 years on Fiverr, but he's done a lot of it was a music services. So if you go, for example, I think here, maybe he still has it. Uh, okay, so he changed everything to the website, but you guys can see I don't know if we go to like 4-star, for example. Uh, yeah, so 4 years ago. Yeah, so it's fine to change it. So don't worry. You don't need to create a new profile. Just keep the same profile. That's why you guys, when you register, make sure just you use the username that relates to you, and yeah, it will not hurt. There is no nothing will hurt. So it will you can still be successful. So don't worry about it. The most important are the gigs, right? So the actual gigs. So your profile is not gonna be in trouble. All right, guys. So that's it for today. Thanks again. Tomorrow, let's see. We can resume it. I can show you a bit behind the scenes. Any questions you have, you can leave in the comments. And take care. Hope you'll have more orders this week on Fiverr. And see you soon. Take care, guys.